All right. All right. Welcome, everybody. How you doing? I hope you're all having a great time. Okay, let us conclude our series on mother-in-laws, the various types of mother-in-laws. If you are in the Real Family VIP group, I've shared the link for those who want to be part of the show. We do understand that you guys are at work right now, but if you have a minute to join us, that will be fun. Welcome, wherever you're watching. This is Uncle Beno's channel, and the only thing we do here is to analyze and then shalaye. We are very good at shalaye. How is your Tuesdays, everybody? For me, I feel like laying in bed and do nothing. How is Nigeria independence, guys? Happy independence. So I hope Nigeria will change one day. I guess what's funny, this is actually like the first independence without not much of boost. We didn't hear much. We didn't hear a lot of hype about it. Even surprisingly, I don't even know if we are throwing any party here in Austin. I guess everybody's just sick and tired of the whole government brouhaha and how they are treating our people back home. But anyway, our country still remains our country. So happy independence to all Nigerians home and abroad. Hey, Simbi, what's up? How you doing?
Hi, Uncle Ben. Good evening. I'm doing great.
Good evening, my dear. It's been a while. How is Nigeria?
Yes, so
Nigeria
just did right there.
How are you celebrating the independence now?
I did not celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. I beg. Me, I can't pretend.
Now lie you.
Sorry.
Eh?
Uncle Ben, there's nothing to celebrate. Unless you want me to start lying to you, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
This is me being honest.
That means you are not a Nigeria.
Hey, Uncle Ben. Hey, Uncle Ben, you will not understand. You are not here.
You are not patriotic.
I am patriotic, but I just like to face reality, and that's the reality we are in right now. Can you imagine a president saying he does not know what to do, or he is telling me that my next generation will suffer because of one policy or whatever it is they are doing? I don't want to get angry.
Really?
Not interested. Yes, so I'm angry.
Are you not using your earpiece or something? I'm getting some feedback.
I can't find my earpiece, so let me just change my position.
All right. Comfort Adagri, Juliet, Sister Uju, amazed. How are you doing, man? Happy independence to everybody, all Nigerians. Happy independence. I'm tired of praying for Nigeria. Make I no lie. Juliet, Sanusi, Esholami. I hope you guys are all doing okay. I don't tire. I don't tire for praying for Nigeria. I've prayed for Nigeria severally. The prayer I be like say, you know, even can the answer self. The only prayer that has been answered so far is that God send a very dark black man with his nonsensical method. So at least he's the only one who is speaking out so far. Everyone else, everybody just they fight for people we no fight for them. Anyway, let's talk about mother-in-laws. Let's talk about mother-in-laws. Now, as simple as this topic may be, I think, hey, what's up, Sister Missy? How you doing, ma? Welcome to the show. Welcome. So we're gonna talk about mother-in-laws, and as simple as this topic may sound, or as irrelevant as it may seem, this is a big one. Honestly, if there is anyone that can destroy your marriage without making a lot of effort, I think mother-in-laws are number one. Faith, how you doing? Faith is watching from Facebook. I'm good, Faith. And you? So I decided to do some little research and categorization on mother-in-laws, and I just want to share my own categorization with you guys. For those who would like to watch the full video, I have a video on this topic, and the video is posted on African Podcast, so you can click the link later and watch it. So, but I just want us to have a conversation around mother-in-laws and how we can handle their wahala. Whether you like it or not, if you are married, you have a mother-in-law. If you are, I don't want to say fortunate, but if you are a little bit lucky, maybe your mother-in-law is late, then you may not have to deal with some of the stuff that mother-in-laws can bring to the table. On the other side, some people really don't have mother-in-law issues. What they have is general in-law issues. And what I mean by general in-law issues is that there are some family right now that their sister, brother, uncle, they are the ones stressing their spouse out, not their mom, not their dad. And if you have a terrible sister or brother that is giving your partner a headache, my brother, you better handle that case as fast as you can. And as a woman, if you have a brother or sister that is giving your husband a headache, you better manage that brother or sister as fast as you can before they destroy your home. Now, because of time, I've already made a video around this, and I've shared the link. You can watch it later. I will just go quickly to identify some of the categories of mother-in-laws that you need to know. And the reason you should know these mother-in-laws is that the solution to all kinds of problems that might be causing you in your marriage lies on your understanding of how they operate. That is the key word. You know, if you have a problem and you don't recognize the problem, it's going to cost you so much stress before you can find solution. And even if you recognize the source of the problem, but you do not know exactly how they constitute a problem to you and your marriage, you may also struggle. So that's the point I'm trying to make here. So I will be describing each of these mother-in-law traits. Let me know in the chat if you agree with my categorization or not. And if you also want to add, to the categorization, please go ahead and add to it. Okay. May God help us. May God help us. All right, Simbi, are you with me?
Yes, boss, I'm here.
Okay, let's start categorizing these mother-in-laws. I'm gonna share the video I made concerning this topic, and then we'll take it from there. Where is the video? Okay, I got it here. We're gonna have a heart-to-heart discussion right now, and this conversation is about segment is that
Let me
on
just-
my odd, some people don't really have mother-in-law problem. Some actually have father-in-law problems, and the definition of characters first and foremost. Fourth is consider joining our have this dream that God, okay, so got to be their mom. So who are the first type of mother-in-law to watch out for? Sorry, my energy is a bit low. I've been working all night long and I have to go to work again. So make I just manage me like that today. So the number one category of mother-in-laws that you might come across is the ideal mother-in-law. Now, the ideal mother-in-law is what everybody hope and pray for, both men and women. If you have an ideal mother-in-law, you definitely don't have any issue. In fact, you are blessed. So what differentiates this type of mother-in-law from others? Number one, these are the type of mother-in-law that actually enjoy being a mother-in-law. They don't have no issue with their daughter-in-law or their son-in-law. In fact, they just want to bask and enjoy the atmosphere and all the goodies that comes with being a mother-in-law. When these mother-in-laws are around you, you can feel the peace and joy that it brings to your life. These mother-in-laws don't judge you, judge your husband or your wife. They don't get involved in your business. All they want is that everything is cool and okay between both of you. You will never see them creating trouble in your marriage. It doesn't matter whatever happened, they sue for peace at all time. This kind of mother-in-law are very, very supportive. You have babies, you need babysitters, and they are free. They are willing to come in and help. They will not kind of, all those nasty behavior that mother-in-laws display. This type of mother-in-law, they don't do that. In fact, you see them as your mom or more or less as your auntie, depending on the rapport you have with them. They are easy to talk to, they are easy to relate with. So, ideal mother-in-law is what I wish and pray for everybody. But here is the kicker. There is nothing like an ideal mother-in-law. We just have mother-in-laws who are close to being an ideal mother-in-law. And unfortunately, not everyone can beat their chest and say, yes, I have an ideal mother-in-law. There's still going to be some flaws, but when the mother-in-law don't get involved in their issue, they don't get involved in whatever is going on in their marriage, and they are more or less like the supportive type, you see people describing them as, oh, God bless my mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is an angel. That's what we all wish for. Now, let's begin to move to the next tough one. The first wife mother-in-law. A lot of women typically come across this type of mother-in-law. They are very, very common. And what made them the first wife mother-in-law is that the way they handle their business with their son as well as their daughter-in-law, you can tell that they love their son so much They are so attached to their son that it becomes so difficult for them to detach themselves from their son, even after the son has been married. They are the type that even when they leave maybe 2-3 states away, or it doesn't matter if they are in another country, they are the type that will call their son and ask, have you eaten? Oh, sure, okay. Is your wife taking care of you? Are you okay? Are you all right? Is almost all the things they are supposed to be doing for their husband, they want to do it for their son. And they are more interested in how their daughter-in-law is taking care of their son. If the daughter-in-law venture do anything they don't agree with, they're going to be on her business. So these are the ones that oftentimes a wife will look at how their mother-in-law is behaving, and they will simply conclude that, oh, my husband is a mommy's boy. So if you have the feeling that your husband is behaving like a mommy's boy, that definitely means that your mother-in-law is the first wife and you are the second wife. Sometimes, if you manage this situation very well, you may not have a lot of issue with this type of mother-in-laws. The moment you recognize that, okay, she's so attached to her son and she doesn't even respect boundaries, she doesn't know her place, it's more or less like she's your rival. She's competing with you. Your husband bought you a car, they want your husband to buy their own car. If your husband built a house for you, they want your husband to build the house for them. In fact, it's more or less like you have committed a crime for marrying their son. So if you notice this type of traits around your mother-in-law, you are definitely dealing with the first wife mother-in-law. Simbi, any opinion on that? Do you agree or you disagree? Hello, Simbi? Simbi, don't disappear. Probably maybe network. All right, let me move on to number 3. Number 3 is the controlling mother. Oh, I didn't hear you. I thought maybe network kicked you out. So the number 2,
I'm trying to...
the first wife mother-in-law. What's your take on that? Did I describe her very well?
Yes.
Hello?
You described them very well. Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Something is happening to your mic.
Hello?
We can hear you. Okay.
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you now. What are you saying? Do you agree with my description of the first wife mother-in-law?
Yes, Uncle Ben, you described her perfectly.
All right. People in the chat, let me know if you agree with the description of their character trait too. What's up, Joseph? Joseph said, Uncle Beno, I have an ideal mother-in-law. God bless you. You are so lucky. In fact, I guess you are 1 in a million. It's not easy to find an ideal mother-in-law. Juliet says, I have the most amazing mother-in-law. She's the definition of an ideal mother-in-law. Excellent. I like this. You see, not all mother-in-law are bad.
No, Uncle Ben, I think Nollywood, to a great extent, made mother-in-laws like monsters, which is not actually true in reality. They exaggerated everything.
Right?
Not like these things don't happen, yes, but the impact on the society.
They displayed the extreme. Like Nollywood, yes, Nollywood movies will show you the extreme mother-in-laws. And then for those who think for themselves, they just simply fell for it that, oh, my mother-in-law is like this, my mother-in-law is like that. All right. Sadusi say, I swear my mother-in-law is a very nice woman, so generous. I love that woman. Wow, that's a good one, guys. All right, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is the controlling mother-in-law. Oh, blood of Jesus. The controlling mother-in-law wants to like take over whatever is happening in their sons or daughters' home. Mind you, let me make something clear, guys. This mother-in-law that I'm describing now, it could be your husband, mom, or it could be your wife, mom. So I don't want women to look at it like, yes, my husband, mom is like this. No, even your own mom can fall into this category. Because I know sometimes it's difficult for us to see the lapses of our own mom. Many people struggle to actually recognize that, oh, my mom is behaving certain way. So please take note. As I'm describing this mother-in-law, I'm not saying, oh, is the husband mom, the husband. No. Even some women mom, they are just like this. They have these terrible traits. Welcome, NWN said, being an evil woman and then going to hell is wide. All right. So, number 3, the controlling mother-in-law. The controlling mother-in-law want to take charge. You want to be in charge of your home. You want to be in charge of your wife. You want to be in charge of your husband, depending on whatever side of the marriage is coming from. A controlling mother-in-law will literally want to tell how many children you guys should have, where you should live, how you should conduct yourself, what is going on between both of you, how the husband should manage the wife, or how the wife should. In fact, they are overbearing. The controlling mother-in-law are the type you would call, is it narcissistic? How now they call those people? You can tell that they don't give an F about anyone's well-being. All they know is that they want their children home to run in a certain way. And if the husband or wife is not cooperating, there comes problem. There comes problem. They want to know everything, every decision made in the home. They want to be part of it. Sanusi said, controlling mother-in-law is a very bad one. No one should pray to have her because she wants to be in charge of everything. Absolutely. Absolutely. A controlling mother-in-law want to be in charge all the time. And if you do anything, she wasn't aware of it from the get-go, you and your husband don't enter them. That is big-time problem. You bought a new car. The controlling mother-in-law is not in the loop. You did not inform her, mommy, we are going to buy a car. She's already angry. You build houses. You want to do housewarming. You invite mother-in-law. She's angry. You didn't tell her. You even bought a land. Talk less of you buying a house or building a house. You see, everything you do, a controlling mother-in-law must have a say. If she doesn't have a say, there will be no peace in your marriage. So you need to know if your in-law is moving towards this angle. And then you can begin to think about, how do I solve this problem? Okay? And said, so basically the husband has no standard, neither do he has a say as man in the family. She is a woman, even if she's a mom. This is ridiculous. Exactly. Now, like I said earlier, a controlling mother-in-law does not necessarily has to be the husband mom. There are some women that their mother is actually the controlling type. Their mother is the one that wants, the husband did anything, the wife did not tell the mother, it's a big deal. And they are the type that will always ask their daughter questions. What are you and your husband doing now? Oh, how do you and your husband want to move on? What is what is the plan that you and your husband have for the next vacation? Where are you guys ready to? A controlling mother-in-law is always sniffing around. So it doesn't matter. That's why I said a controlling mother-in-law can even be your own mom. As a woman, even your mom could be so damn controlling. So this is not limited to just the husband's mom alone. It's just that whichever partner has the controlling mom should recognize that their mom is controlling, and they should recognize that their partner will be their target. That's just my point. CB, what's your take on controlling mother-in-law?
Yes, Uncle Ben, if you remember the last time we talked about those Nollywood mother-in-laws, I mentioned that we should school our parents. Look, as I am right now, I know my mom's flaw. And so when I get married tomorrow, I know how to manage her in a way that it will not irritate my husband, so that it will not complicate matters in my home. I already know how to manage my mom very well. So I'm not going to let it get to that point where my husband will say, babe, go and talk to your mom, or I don't like what your mom is doing. No, I won't let it go to, I will give her, like, I will school her. I'll tell her, I'll say, Mommy, see this thing, please don't do it. Please, respectfully, of course. Mommy, please don't do this thing. Mommy, you know what? You can't just call my husband and ask him for money. I've been saying, okay, now that I'm single, I even jokingly say, Mommy, you can never. I don't care how close you are to my husband. Don't call my husband and ask him for money directly. Come through me.
Thank you.
Let me be the one to ask him. So
Yep.
you know, go see you finish. Because
Yep.
I want my husband to respect my parents. I don't joke my parents, so with a quarrel, but yes, I love them. I
Yeah.
can quarrel with my mom, but I don't want to see my husband quarreling with my mom. Do you know how that will make me feel? Like I will be so down and embarrassed. So I'm going to school my mom. Okay, mommy, my husband does not like it when you put the remote on the sofa. Please, when you're done watching, can you put it back? You understand? There are little things. Those little things that you think are not necessary, they're actually necessary. Remote fit cause problem.
Yes.
Little things like that. So I'm going to school my mom, and I expect my future husband to also school his mom, so that there will be no issues or clashes in the home, and all this quarrel and all of that. Who is controlling who? And then mothers too, they should learn to recognize, or sorry, they should learn to accept the fact that their children are grown adults. Uncle Ben, there are some mother-in-laws that will just make decisions on behalf of their children. For example, cutting your grandchild's hair without taking permission from their parents is wrong. I don't care if you're my mom. Don't do that. Don't do
Right.
that. It's not. What if my husband likes to braid my son's hair, and then he just come back from work and find out that, oh, you don't cut him picking hair? It will not be nice. I kind
Yeah.
of feel like, as a mother-in-law, if you think it's ridiculous for your grandson to make braids or make weaving or anything, just suggest it in a way that they'll be like, okay, mama has a point too. You know what, babe, take Tommy to the hospital. Sorry, take Tommy to the barber and just get rid of the hair. There's a way you respectfully you can present your issue, and the children might start listening to you. But when you now say, oh, I'm your mother, I carried you for 9 months, you sucked this breast, I know what I went through, I sold my wrappers, I did. Yes, African mothers like to gaslight Uncle Ben. They will tell you, if you know what I went through during your pregnancy, I hawked under the sun, I did this, I was jumping from one mother. Beggy, you are supposed to do all those things. That's why you're my mom. Yes, please don't come and gaslight me. So
Right.
don't make decisions for your children just because you are their mother. It's very wrong. Okay, you hear things like, Uncle Ben, what annoy me most is, for example, if it's the guy's mom that did something to the child that the mother does not like, sometimes some people complain that they see tribal marks on their children's body and they do not like it and they did not approve. There was no permission, nothing like that. You understand? And then the man will end up saying, she's my mother. Why can't she do that? Hello? That's my child. You are her child. So she can determine what she wants to do to you. That's fine. But not what I want for my child. She does not have that right. If you talk now, they'll say, this adult, they make rules and never enter house. No, it's wrong. Don't come and make decisions for my children. You can suggest them to me, and at the end of the day, I can decide to either listen to you or not listen to you. It's still very okay.
All right.
So
Let's.
my point is,
let's cool our parents so that we don't have unnecessary issues. Let any issue that come up not be that kind that will explode so bad that husband and wife will stop talking to each other. Yes.
All right. Welcome, Sister Natu. How you doing, ma? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is the manipulative mother-in-law. Manipulative mother-in-law. Now, to be honest with you guys, personally, I can't stand this type of mother-in-law. Okay, I know we are going to 10, but from this number 4 alone, as a man, I cannot stand manipulative mother-in-law because they are the most dangerous. They are pretenders. It could be your husband mom, it could be your own mom. It goes both ways. Manipulative mother-in-laws are the most dangerous. And if I'm gonna give my tips on how to manage mother-in-law, these are the particular one. This set of mother-in-law are the one I'm gonna warn you about the most, because these are the mother-in-laws that can easily break your marriage. Before you say Jack Robinson. Sisi, welcome my sister. Sisi said there is a Boston YouTuber. She said her grandma took her to the village and gave her tribal marks on her face despite the mom refusing. You see? I told you they are everywhere. So we shouldn't even look at this issue of mother-in-law as if, oh, is the man, mama is the man. No. Even some women, they have some terrible mom. And it is even more problematic if you can't recognize that your mom is the problem. So it got both ways, both men and women. You have to know your parent. You have to know what type of mother you have. If you know your mom have all these qualities, these terrible, terrible qualities, and you are hiding it, your marriage will not last too. Because sooner or later, there is limit your partner can take. There is limit your partner's patient can endure. And once they start confronting your mom or confronting you, your marriage is crashing gradually. So this number 4, this manipulative mother-in-laws, some of the things they do, I just want you guys to begin to recognize them anyway. Some of the way they operate is that they will be your friend. They are very good at pretending. When they see you, they will pretend like, oh, you are the best person. They will smile on your face. They will do everything. They will say all the sweet things in this world. But behind you, they will be manipulating either their son or their daughter, depending on which person brought them into that family. If it's the mom, if it's the husband's mom, he will be manipulating his son. Behind you, person will just smile with you now. Wait, my wife. We thank God we marry you. Behind you, he will tell your husband, this your wife, be careful. There's something about this your wife that doesn't sit well with me. You get how that they behave for their village, their side, they get as they do. They will start planting all kinds of nonsense into their sons or their daughter. So they are dangerous. And what makes them even more dangerous is that if your partner that happens to be their daughter or their son did not figure it out on time that their mom is manipulative, you will be fighting a battle that everybody will be judging you and blaming you, because you can hardly trace anything to the mother-in-law, and the husband or wife will be acting as if they are acting in their own capacity. So please take note. These set are the most dangerous. You notice that you never had any argument with her, no issue, nothing, but yet your husband or your wife will be their own pikin, will be stressing you out. And then you'll be wondering what's going on. Where is this thing coming from? The only way you can suspect to know that your mother-in-law is the one operating is that when you look at the prime beneficiary of whatever is causing issue between you both. That's how you will know that, oh, this thing is coming from this place. Okay? 2, if your partner become defensive, the moment you are suspecting their mom and you are raising the issue, even when you are just having ordinary conversation, you just like, hey, honey, we need to talk. See, babe, you know I love you. You know I will never do anything to harm you. But I think the way mama is behaving, what mama is doing, it is somehow. And immediately, your partner get into her defense. If the mother-in-law is your husband's mom, and you were trying to have a conversation regarding what mama is doing or what you are suspecting that is coming from mama, and instantly your husband start defending the mom. Don't you dare call my mom's name. What does my mom has to do with this? Don't you ever try it. It's my mom, your mate. That is your clue. That is a clue that your mother-in-law is a manipulator. And if you are the man at the receiving end, and anytime you are trying to talk to your wife that, babe, I think this thing, mama, I'm suspecting the way mama is doing something. And instantly your wife is like, no. Never in your life, don't talk to me again. Don't even mention my mom. What has my mom done? Did my mom say anything? Did my mom tell me what did my mom? Hey, that is your cue that your mother-in-law is super manipulative. So now you got to start working on how to manage her. If not, your marriage don't they go. A lot of these brothers and sisters you see on this street that they are divorced. Many of them, if you ask them the source of their problem, they can hardly point finger on some critical things that you did that led to that. It's always like family matter, family issue. They mismanage the family issue and then boom, now they are divorced. Yes, Sister Natu said, I disagree, Bro Ben, not in all cases. Absolutely not in all cases, but I'm just describing some of the traits of manipulative mother-in-laws. They are smooth operators. You can hardly know that they are behind the problem. So I would like to hear your views, Sister Natu. Sister Natu say, we had one similar situation, and in that case, it was the person complaining that was the manipulator. Fine. I agree. Absolutely. But I'm just saying, there are so many ways that things can happen that your mother-in-law might not be involved at all. But I'm telling you right now, if you have a very good marriage, a very good relationship with your partner, you both really do anything that makes both of you start arguing or fighting. And all of a sudden, anytime any of your parents is involved in your issue, it becomes big drama. Watch it too. I'm just saying, it's not everybody like Sister Natu said, but just watch it. Simbi, what's your take on the manipulative mother-in-laws? Let me share the link so that our sisters can join this conversation. We have to finish on time today. Simbi, are you still here or not? I can't hear you. All right, let me move on to the next one. Number 5, the judge and jury mother-in-law. I've shared the link for those who like to come into the studio. We are just trying to share to see how we can. You didn't know. All right. So I said, what's your take on the manipulative mother-in-law, the traits?
Okay. Yeah, so I was saying these are the kind of mother-in-laws that would do anything and everything to break up that union. and they are very quick to cry and point fingers at either their daughter-in-law or their son-in-law. There is always something wrong, and when you ask them, it's never their fault. They are never wrong. They do
Never.
things that even they do things that even their children will be shocked if they eventually find out that their mom did these things. So, like I said, you need to know your parents. You need to know what they are capable of. If you see some manipulative traits in your mom, you can
Okay.
you can manage the situation. Find a way to manage it. Like, I know someone who the mother came around, for visit, and maybe she was supposed to spend like 1 week. He told her that, Mom, you know what? He just found a way to make sure that she did not spend more than 2 days in that house, because he doesn't want to tell her you cannot stay, and he doesn't want to make it look like the wife is the reason why she's leaving. Because at the end of the day, when either of the spouse find out that their mom is manipulative and they try to get rid of their mother, she's going to blame her son or daughter-in-law. She'll be like, okay, so you're choosing your husband or your wife over me. Just know
Mm-hmm.
you sucked breast. They're always saying that thing. I find it really annoying. Man,
And that-
they're
they
supposed
want
to
to
suck
guilt
it.
trip you. They want to make you
Hello?
feel guilty. Yeah, they want to make their target feel guilty. That's why they
Typical
will say you suck
example
my
of
breast.
gaslighting. Yes. So they always, their Uncle Ben, they can cry, oh my God. If you see where they are crying, you would think somebody died. They can cry and they can eat. They like food.
We always very cool. The mother
You
they are
dish,
troublemakers.
uh, yes, you dish food for them. They will tell you, okay, I'm sorry, is this food for me? Why is it that you are giving me two meats? This is my son's house now. I'm supposed, and these are the kind of mother-in-laws too that frown when they see their son giving their wives treats. They'll be like, now you're wasting money. This is your wife self. Can't she use her common sense? Why is she wearing this type of expensive clothes? And bag? Why are you even allowing her to spend so much money? The wrapper I told you to buy for me for CWO meeting, you have not bought it on now. You have not even paid. I already pledged 1 million naira, so I don't want to hear stories. They will even try and make sure that they stress their child financially, just so that the wife will not enjoy.
Yeah,
Fianfa.
thank you.
These things happen.
AJ said, AJ said, fear Northern Hausa, so fear Northern Hausa mother-in-laws. She can ask the son to divorce you and he will do it sharply. Whoa. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, that's another one right there. Okay, let's move on to number 5, the judge and jury mother-in-laws. You see, the judge and jury mother-in-law, they are very easy to recognize. And like I said, it doesn't matter whether the man or the wife, it doesn't matter whoever is the parent or whoever is the son. Sister Natu say, who call my people? Na AJ, call your people, Sister Natu. So the judge and jury mother-in-law, they are the type that they are always judging case. They are always judging case. And when they are judging case, what is worst about them is they pick side. Now, what did the investment pass for them with that? The judge and jury type will pick side
With their child, of course.
with their child. That is the most terrible part. I'll give you an example. A wife can run to his mother and say, Mom, you see, John have started again. Oh, John have started again. Just because I asked John that whenever he comes home, he shouldn't be going back outside to go and talk to his friends again. Now, John, I'm suspecting John is seeing a woman. John is cheating on me. The daughter can say anything she wants to say. Now, my response will be, this John, Shebi, I tell you, man, you don't marry this John. I told you, don't marry him. He's a terrible man. Now he has been cheating up and down. He cannot do you anything. Oh. You see, this my belly now I take carry you. You suck this my breast. No, this your John. Never will the mama look at it like, wait, tell me more. He comes back from work. He went out again. Oh, he's now cheating on you. Do you have evidence? What makes you think he's cheating on you? Sometimes they don't ask deep questions like that. The moment their son or their daughter complain to them, they are in fight mode. They start judging the partner immediately. Now, these are the type of mother-in-law that will drive your husband or your wife away so fast. Because your mother, your wife or your husband will get to a point that they are tired of listening to her because they know they are being judged and they can see their bias. So this is where I like to tell couples that, especially if you are in the habit of reporting whatever is going on in your marriage to your mom, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. That's why sometimes when I hear when there are issues and couple say, oh, my mother-in-law say me and my husband should come. Or maybe the husband say, my mom want to talk to you. My mom say you should come. The way you behaved yesterday, I report you to my mom. My mom say you and I we need to be on the phone. She want to talk to us. Red flag. I even hate the fact that either husband or a wife is complaining to their parent. You are already putting some barrier between you and your parent. You are already, when you are complaining, reporting your husband, there are situations when you can report to, when you have DV, he's misbehaving, he's cheating, his behavior is becoming so unsafe. Yes, you have to tell your people. You have to seek advice. But if you are in the habit of any little thing, you call your mom, either you are a husband or you are a wife, anything you are reporting your husband, you are reporting your wife to your mom. Be careful. If your mom is the judge and jury type, she will judge your partner until your partner self will be begging for divorce. That's all I'm saying here. Number 6, the protective mother-in-law. Now, this type of mother-in-law, we have 2 subcategories here. We have the protective mother-in-law who are positive in everything they are doing. Like, they are genuinely concerned about the family well-being. They are concerned about your husband well-being. They are concerned about your own well-being. They are worried about your children well-being because your children are their grandkids. So everything they are doing is to make sure that you guys are okay. Now, this type of mother-in-law, if they hear, oh, one person is sick, they can start praying. They can start calling just to check to make sure that person is all right. And it doesn't matter whether it's their son or their daughter. So far, it's a member of the family. They will be genuinely worried. Now, the other categories are the ones that are dangerous. The overprotective mother-in-laws. Hey, overprotective mother-in-laws. These are the type of mother-in-laws that goes to the extreme. The waka. Overprotective mother-in-laws will blow every simple situation out of proportion. Your son or your daughter may have headache. The moment overprotective mother-in-law here say, your daughter have headache, some of them, they are calling their pastors straight, or call their babalawo, or they are bringing some concussion, or they are suspecting there is somebody who is trying to buy your son or your daughter. That's why he's sick.
Or Uncle Ben, she will say her son is malnourished, that the wife is not cooking well. So she will be cooking and bringing food.
Exactly. They come in all shades and colors. Overprotective mother-in-law, we blame your wife for anything that they are not even supposed to be involved with. And they will be coming from the angle that they are watching out for you. Overprotective mother-in-law, we blame your husband for stuff that has nothing to do with your husband. Your hair is not made on time. Maybe your husband already give you money, or you even have your own money to go and make your hair, but you didn't make it on time. Overprotective mother-in-law will be like, your husband not see your hair. Why is why is he doing? Didn't know that you are supposed to look good. There are just so many things that they can do. But the idea behind the whole thing is that they are watching out for you. However, they overdo it. They overdo it to the point that it's becoming uncomfortable for both of you. That's what we are describing here. You want to add anything, Simbi?
Yeah, I wanted to say that, or the woman will be complaining that her daughter is getting pregnant every year, and that she's stressing my daughter. Why is she getting pregnant every year?
And if,
He wants to kill her.
and if the son-in-law don't even have money, that is where it will be worst.
Yeah, so if you don't come get money, you know, be Odogu, you be on Diego.
You don't get money, you dey impregnate him picking. All right. Number 7, the uninvolved mother-in-law. Simbi, do you have an idea of how this type of mother-in-law operates? The uninvolved mother-in-law.
No, Uncle Ben. Honestly, I do not know.
Hey,
Enlighten me.
really? You haven't thought about uninvolved mother-in-law?
Someone who does not get involved at all, who does not care about their well-being. Basically, maybe she's the type that likes to travel. I don't know. All these slave mama mother-in-laws. Do they fall under that category? Just thinking out loud.
Some of them.
They don't come from Omugo. They are too busy vacationing abroad.
Now you are talking. Welcome, sister.
I won't come explain to Sister Simbi saying that the soft life ones with that one.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you, ma.
you see now?
Baby girl for life. That's gonna be me. Baby girl for life.
Simbi,
Playing drama.
I hope you are hearing from experienced sisters now. The uninvolved mother-in-laws, they are the type that after your wedding, after everything, they just remove their hand for your matter. You, your husband, your children, they don't want to be disturbed. They just want to live their own life. You feel me now?
Yeah, they can't keep themselves.
Yeah, some of them, you have 2-3 children who you are looking for babysitter, and you want them to come and help you.
Never.
They won't leave their business. They won't leave whatever they are doing to come and say, come and stay in your house. They don't have the time. Okay? Some of them, they are mostly professionals or business women. In fact, they have their own.
Professors, they have PhD degrees.
They have their own life to live. So, thinking that, since I got married to her son, at least she's the mother-in-law, is she not supposed to do that? They don't send you. No. Now, the other side of uninvolved mother-in-law is that they need you as a prop. You know, prop? They need you as a prop. Maybe they are having a birthday party. They want you to be there with their grandbaby, so they can show them their guests. Oh, this is my son, and this is my son's wife. You can see my grandbabies. That's blessed. That's all they need you for. But the cool thing is, they're not gonna bother you. You two don't bother them. Sisi, I see what Sisi says. Sisi say, no, you call me for babysitting. I'm traveling. So you see, guilty people like Sisi.
Uncle Ben, or she can come around. She'll be like, I came to check up on you guys, and the next 30 minutes she's like, I'm leaving. And you're like, Mom, you just got here. That's Shafi Bello. Shafi Bello.
Oh, Sisi say, don't tell them when they are party trained. Okay, don't tell them they are potty training or can join me on my travel. Sisi, I don't even know. I wish Sisi they free to come and explain herself. This is just funny. Shout out to Uncle Patrick. Everybody, please give shout out to Uncle Patrick. Happy birthday, Uncle Patrick, and happy wedding anniversary.
Happy birthday to you. Happy wedding
Yeah.
anniversary.
Uncle Patrick
Uncle
said,
Ben,
yeah.
these mother-in-laws that you are describing now, I think is the one that does not want a grandchild that cannot take care of herself or himself. The one she has to literally babysit.
Right.
Maybe like from 10 and above. She just like, okay, grandma, I want to have a bath. Yeah, that's the bathroom. Go there, go
No,
use
not
it.
really.
We will not supervise.
Not really. Those ones, some of them would do, but not for too long. Don't bring them to come and do holiday, 1 week holiday. You understand what I'm saying? Those
Exactly.
ones
Okay,
they can do once in a while, but come today and go back tomorrow. That's their own. Don't come and stress their life with crying up and down. Wait them 6 o'clock to cook noodles. Please, 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 please.
Oh.
I'll
And
make pancakes.
I said, and when they get old, they want the grandkids around. It's too late.
That's my grandma right there.
Uncle Patrick said,
That's
I
my
under, I understand your mom gave birth to you, but your spouse is your bestie, not your mother's
grandma.
best
I
friend.
said,
5 stars. Five
Hey,
stars,
City,
Uncle
what's up,
Patrick.
City? How you doing?
Hey, how is everyone? I'm good.
Queen
I
of
was
soft
having dinner. I was
life.
having dinner. I said no one. Sorry, that wrote really weirdly. I said no one. You should only
Hi, Susie.
send. Hey, Sivi. You should only send the grandkids when they're potty trained and they're able to travel with me. If not, I'm not interested. Please,
You
please.
are
I had my daughter when I was young. I've spent my teens, my 20s, my 30s doing baby. In my grandma stage, no one should send baby for me. I'm not interested.
See, you are a bad
I
mother-in-law.
swear, I'm not interested. Please, no one should send baby for me. I'll come and visit them, and bring presents and gifts, and just be going. That will be
And you
my
remain the
style.
best grandma. As long as you give those kids
Absolutely,
gifts. That's
absolutely.
it.
You are a lazy grandma.
No, soft life grandma. Soft life.
Good. You see, the uninvolved mother-in-law actually, I think they are doing the right thing because they actually want their daughter or their son to enjoy their marriage. They don't want to be bothered, and they don't want you. They are not coming to bother you, and they don't want you to come and bother them. It's like everybody stay your lane. That's kind of how they operate. And usually, if you are married to a man whose the mom is a professional, the mom is highly educated, she got her own thing ongoing, just know at the back of your mind that you might be dealing with an uninvolved mother-in-law. And I don't think that's a bad thing. There's nothing bad about that. It's just that you should understand, because some people overdo. Like, I am aware of one story where a lady get married to a guy in Nigeria, because she works in the banking sector and she's pursuing her career. She was expecting her mother-in-law to come and live with them to help raise the children. But unfortunately, her mother-in-law has a farm in the village, and she also had, I did 2 shops in a very popular market. She has girls working for her too. And my mind is like, I cannot come and stay with you people. If you want me to look after the children, maybe you will bring them to me where I am. And that actually led to a lot of bad blows, because the lady insisted that the husband mom is supposed to come, while her own mom can't even come. You see how life be? So some of these things we have to be careful with it, okay? Now, if we move on to number 8, where is it? Real quick. Number 8 is the prayer warrior mother-in-law. Now, I like this, but there are 2 angles to this type of mother-in-law. You have the positive prayer warrior mother-in-law and the negative prayer warrior mother-in-law. I guess you ladies in the studio already know where this is going. The positive prayer warrior mother-in-law, they are the type that pray for you guys in the morning, afternoon, and night. They are always praying for the grandchildren, praying for their daughter-in-law, their son-in-law, and they always ready to fight your battle with you. If you are struggling with anything in your marriage, they will be right up there with you. All the struggles, everything. However, the negative prayer warrior mother-in-law, one of the things you can use to set them apart, what you can easily use to recognize them is this: they always see evil in every situation. May God forgive me. Everything, there is an evil hand behind it. All their prayer is, hey, okay, your motto, the plug no work, you couldn't start. One enemy is behind it. Your son has headache. This mother-in-law hear about the headache. That's it. One enemy is operating. So it's just like everything they are doing as far as prayer is concerned, you can sense that they are in constant battle. They are in constant battle. And then some of them, depending on what type of religion they practice, those who like to call pastor, they will call all the pastors in this world. In your case, some of them will take your picture and your spouse picture, they will take it to their pastor or their prophet, doing prayers that you did not ask them to do. And another thing they often do, they want to involve you in their prayer journey. They will often tell you, my pastor say we have this crusade, you and your husband have to come. Oh, you and your wife must be there. There is this enemy in your husband home, or there is the story no they finish. There is always constant battle that they are fighting. So those are the negative prayer warrior mother-in-laws. So watch out. If you have this type of mother-in-law, you need to look at your partner very, very well, especially if you suspect she's the negative type. You first of all have to understand how much your spouse embraces your mother-in-law style. If your spouse is the type that really follow the mother-in-law, once the mother-in-law say, hey, your wife family, he get one mama where they there, oh, the mama don't they do now. The next thing, your husband jump and say, hey, we have to pray. You know, that's when it becomes toxic. You got to be careful. So if that's the case, now you have an uphill task ahead of you, because you first of all have to know how to go around your spouse so that your spouse can see that mama is just an over-praying person. It's not everything that is evil. And if your spouse doesn't see it that way, even you will become an enemy. Your spouse too will be using you as prayer point. That's just the way I see it too. If there is any addition, please go ahead. Welcome, Sister D-Love. How are you doing? So if there is any addition, Sister Natu, CBCC, you can add to that. The prayer warrior mother-in-law. Uncle Patrick says,
Okay.
the role of parents is to train children to be responsible. How many of us have his parent go with you to work for Obodo Himbo? Mama and Papa, let the children be. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Uncle Patrick. All right, Simbi, what are you saying?
Yeah, I was going to say that the first thing is don't live close to home. Live very far away from your parents. Both parents. Live very far. First of all, so that if they're reading the journey, the distance, they go say, I beg, that place is too far. You know what? Let me just stay behind and pray for them over here. I'll maybe call you on the phone. You guys can just put the phone on speaker. Mama, we are hearing you. Amen, amen. And you guys are doing you're even smooshing or kissing or even making love, and Mama is there praying.
Okay.
It's good that way. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was going to
Go on.
Okay. I was also going to say that if you notice that your mom is that type, an extremist, a religious extremist, there's a way you can go around it too. Don't let her, try to make her see things in the positive light. Try not to agree with her every time she says there's an attack coming from here, from there, and all of that. They just say, Mom, our thoughts can actually give birth to this situation. Can we not think about that? Let's be prayerful. Let's say, okay, let's ask God for his protection rather than always thinking that there's someone somewhere wanting to attack us. That's what I would do. Because personally, I don't like this. Oh, I'm seeing something. Don't see anything. Nigga, don't see nothing. Don't like it.
Right. You're right. Okay, number 9. We are almost done now. The life insurance holder mother-in-law. Make I Let me first laugh at myself. I think I am describing myself here. I might end up being a life insurance holder father-in-law. You know how you take a life insurance policy on someone, and you are hoping the person will be all right. And in African context, we look at our children as if they are our life insurance. Like they must take care of us by fire, by force. So if your mother-in-law is the life insurance holder types of mother-in-law, it simply means that she's looking up to your husband to provide for her, to take care of her. And I don't blame a lot of mothers who act like this, because many of them have really suffered. They've tarried, they've done so much to see their children become successful. And some of them are actually hoping that everything they sacrificed in raising their son, by the time the son grow up and become accomplished, the son can actually take care of them. Now, where it becomes toxic is that some of these life insurance type of mother-in-law, they are the type that want to know everything about their children. How many houses do they build? What property do they own? How much they have? How many cars? What are they doing? How many things are they doing in their wife's family? They simply want to know everything just because they are looking out for themselves. And it's the same thing if the wife mom is the one that is the insurance holder types of mother-in-law, she will be asking the daughter all the time, do you know where your husband built house? How many places your husband has built house now? How many things do you guys own? Have you seen your husband will? Are you sure your husband don't have another wife somewhere? They are just more concerned about the properties. And these are the type of mother-in-law that the richer the husband become or the wives become, the more they are targeting the wife or the husband, because they are always thinking that, oh, this person will take everything away from my son. This wife will take the whole thing away from my son. Oh, the way she is looking, where she come from. Hey, so that is the negative life insurance or that type of mother-in-law. So if your mother-in-law comes around and every time, even if it's your own mom, every time she wants to know what both of you are doing. Don't get me wrong, there is nothing bad in a mother advising the daughter or the son that, hey, have investment, protect yourself, I hope you have savings. It's absolutely okay. There are some wives now that, because their husband is making all the money and is taking care of them, they never thought of doing something for themselves. So it's all right for your family to be worried, for your mom to be concerned that, what are you actually doing for yourself? What do you own or by yourself? But where it becomes an issue is when she's doing that from the selfish point of view. That's when it becomes worrisome. Simbi, you want to add anything to that one? Sister Natu?
Yes, these are the mothers that see their children as their retirement plan.
Mm-hmm.
So they just want to basically be in control of your finances or tell you how to spend your money. And if
Yeah.
you do not do as they say, it becomes a problem. Even if your spouse is not behind you not doing what they ask you to do, they will just conclude that your wife or your husband is the reason why you're not listening to them. I don't know why mothers do this
That's
all
all.
the time.
Wahala,
They just
wahala when
conclude
they come with that.
yes, you're okay. I'm telling you to do something. You're saying no. Your wife is telling you not to do it, Abby. Your husband is telling you not to do it. That's the problem. That's why I said, mothers, literally, stay away. You guys should stay away. I beg. You live your own life. Stay away. Don't come and tell your son or your daughter how to spend her money. Or else
Mm.
you're trying to say that you did not trust the upbringing. That's just how I see it.
Right?
That's basically how I see it. If you don't trust the upbringing, that's when you want to intrude and invade their privacy. Because I personally don't like, as I am now, Uncle Ben, my mother know that she cannot ask me, how much do you have now? Help me. How much? She no
Yeah,
fit do that. I
your
know your
mother can
parents.
ask you to help her. I don't want you to take the stand of an extremist. Your mom
No,
can
no, no,
actually
no.
ask you
That's not
to
what I'm
help
trying to say.
her.
I'm just saying that some mothers that will ask you,
Mhm.
how much are you earning? And they're asking you not because they want to advise you, or because they want to know the amount that how am I going to put it? Like they want to have a certain entitlement to a percentage of what you're earning.
Is
I don't know if
anything
you're
bad in
getting
that?
my gist.
Is anything bad
Okay,
in
Uncle Ben, if I have 100K, my mom should take 70. Who
no,
work
no,
am? Not be me.
but at least your mom is entitled to 10%.
Yes, yes, I'll give her my tithe. I pay my tithe to my parents. They know this already. So I'm going to take care of them when I can. But don't now say, okay, you have 100K. Just give me like 50 now, or just give me like 60 now. Then Uncle Ben, and it's hard to say no to your parents when you love them. I know what I'm saying. That's why I kind of feel like that information should be kept in your chest. Keep it to your
Yeah.
chest. Don't say it out.
All right. Shout out to Aderonke Ozinegbe. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your last name very well. Ronke say, try not to cross paths on that issue. Finances is everything, and it's a big deal. Oh, just stay clear and have your own. Oh.
And me, I
All
would
right.
say,
Mhm.
just so you don't have issues, you should establish something for your parents, something that will be bringing income directly to them, so that
Right.
you don't feel stressed. Yes, that's my
Mm.
plan too. My plan. I'm going to.
Shout out to Sister May, Sister Oju. You see, the thing is this, Simbi, even if you don't have the capacity to establish something for your parents, children can still take care of their parents. Marriage do not stop anybody from taking care of their parent. What matter is that you do it in a way that both you and your spouse are on board with it. You get what I'm saying now?
Yes, yes,
Imagine let's say a woman, for instance, who's married, she have two kids, and she and her husband, they don't have their salary cannot take care of all their needs yet, so they are still barely surviving month to month. Now this same sister now decided that, okay, I'm going to be paying my parents rent every month, and that rent is having negative impact on their family finances. Now that's a problem, because if the husband pointed out that, we are struggling, you're part of these bills, you are not even taking, and now you are paying your parents monthly rent. That is the kind of issue that a woman who don't understand will flew up and say, what do you mean I shouldn't take care of my parents because I marry you? Are you getting the danger involved now, Simbi? But
yes.
then if the woman understand that, okay, my family, my immediate family comes first, my nuclear family comes first, so babe, my parents are suffering, how do we do this thing? I can't be here and my parents don't have a place to stay. How do we walk around this? So whatever decision you're going to make, it has to be both of you agreeing on doing it. If you look at it from the standpoint of your parent, my parent, it will come back and affect your marriage. That's just like the way it is. So number 10, the monster in-law. Hey, Simbi,
Yes.
now where you go do exam be this, as well as everybody that is participating on today's show. This is where you guys will take quick, but we do quiz. Monster in-law. A monster in-law will have at least 4 or 5 characteristics from all the type of mother-in-law we have described so far. So Simbi, your question is this: mention at least 3 out of all the mother-in-law we described so far that can qualify, because a mother-in-law, we have all these attributes. Or maybe I should describe mother-in-law first. Should I?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Now, I do not pray that even my enemy end up having a mother-in-law, either mother-in-law or father-in-law. I don't pray my enemy should even have it. The reason is because a mother-in-law don't give an F about even their own daughter or son, or their son-in-law or daughter-in-law. A real mother-in-law is only concerned about herself. This type of mother-in-law, anywhere they go, they bring trouble. The trouble they are creating, even their own sons or daughter will be tired of them. Their own sons or daughters say, don't even want them around. That's to tell you how terrible it is. A mother-in-law will frustrate her own daughter or her own son so much that by the time she wants to frustrate her son-in-law or her daughter-in-law, it's nothing to her. Trouble goes wherever mother-in-law goes to. If you look around, you will see many of them. Many mother-in-laws, they don't stay in husband's house. Some of them are not divorced. So it's either their husband have run away from them, or not them take their hand, pack their load, come up for their husband's house. A mother-in-law will literally create trouble among her own children. Not even forget marriage this time. Like, you can literally tell that he is such a terrible person to live with, irregardless of marrying to her daughter or her son. So, if you look at all the qualities we described from number 1 to 9, Simbi, can you tell me at least 3 of the qualities you can attach to a mother-in-law here? Yes, Cynthia, how you doing?
I'm back. Sorry, I had a call.
Oh, no problem. So,
Can I go ahead?
yeah, go ahead, Simbi.
Okay, 1, I would say the religious extremist. The
1,
one that sees, evil in everything. Then
yeah.
2, the control freak mother-in-law. The one that wants to literally, she wants to be in charge. She wants to know everything. She tells you what to do, what not to do. And then the wife mother-in-law, the one that is seeing her son as her husband.
The first wife mother-in-law. I want to I disagree with this one. No. You see, the first
Why,
wife,
Uncle Ben? Why?
the first wife mother-in-law, they are actually not as bad as people are taking them to be. Honestly speaking,
Uncle Ben,
a lot of
Uncle Ben, I disagree.
Okay, maybe you really don't understand why I categorize them as the first wife mother-in-law. You see, almost all women love their sons. Almost all women. Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
Many women love their sons so much. And them and their sons usually have this super bond that the son will do anything for his mom, and the mom knows it. Now, when these sons graduate from school or they start working and they are doing great in life and they are yet not married, the mom receives so much love. Anything the mama wants, she gets it. Okay? Such son we call his mom morning, afternoon, night. Mom is also checking on the son. Now, once the son got married, it takes a while before a first wife mother-in-law detaches herself from the son. It takes a while. it might take like 2-3 years at times because they are used to sharing things with their son. And some of this type of mama is some of them, their husband is late. They raise those
Uncle
boys
Ben,
themselves. Yeah.
do you know why I said that I do not like the wife mother-in-law?
Mhm.
Okay, let me say a little bit about me. My ex, he literally sleeps on the same bed with his mother. Someone who is in his 40s. Hello. I don't care how
Okay.
much you love your mother. Your mother is supposed to be sleeping in your sister's room, not in your room.
Does he sleep in that bed with his mom in his mom house or in his own house?
In his own house.
When
That
the
is
mom
all
comes
shades
around-
of wrong.
Wait. Is he married yet?
He's not married. I said my ex.
Okay.
My
Do
ex.
you-
So
wait,
I cannot spend the night because mama sleeps with her son. When
wait.
I go to visit, you see why they talk? No
Sim-
healthy boundaries, nothing. Which
Simbi,
kind thing
Simbi.
with that? You say talk breast for 40. Hello, excuse me. No, Uncle Ben, I'm serious. I'm not joking. No.
Oh, my sweet baby sister here is here. Adana, how you doing?
No,
Oh,
it's not a one bedroom apartment, ma. It's not. It's a flat. Not flat, but him and mama. Okay, Uncle Ben. She sleeps in the same room with
Simbi,
him.
why
She
did
has
you?
her wardrobe, she has her bag, her shoes, everything in my guy's room. My ex guy, my plan like that.
Are
That's one of
you
the reasons why I
married
said
to him?
Oh,
Let
Ben,
I'm
that's
not
not.
married
That's not.
now.
It doesn't matter. That's
It doesn't
inappropriate. Why?
matter, Uncle Ben. Uncle
you
Ben,
let
If
I
you
don't know
if
if you
you were
understand how I'm
going to
feeling.
if you're going to your girlfriend's house and your girlfriend was saying your wife now was saying, oh, my dad is over but she's sleeping in the bed with her like what?
Yeah,
Why?
once you raise an eyebrow, like, hello, what's going on?
It's
What kind of
weird.
bond?
Anyways, in Uganda, we can't do this. You can't do these type of things. The things that you like West Africans be doing with their sons, that's such a big taboo. What? Sleeping
wait,
on the bed with your mom as an adult? For what? Why?
Sissy, hold
It's
on.
weird.
Let's break this thing down a little bit. I want to do some brotherhood here. Am I allowed to do brotherhood?
Go on.
Uncle Ben, you're not on my side this evening.
It's weird. It's lack of boundaries. Come on now. Is that her husband? Mm-mm.
Okay, here's the thing.
Mm.
They are not married yet. The guy lives
Mhm.
flat. The mother literally lives in that house. That's what I'm getting from the situation Simbi is describing right now.
Benny, yes.
The mom live in that house, right?
Benny, yes. She came
And
from America.
you
So
and she came from America.
she came from America. She was living in America before she came to Nigeria.
Okay. So
So
when she came to
when she came to
started living with
Nigeria,
his son.
yes, I actually admire the way he loves and cares for his brother. But when I heard that sleeping part, Uncle Ben, do you know how I first found out before I visited him? We were talking on the phone. You know this nonsense thing now you say when the love is still very, sweet. We're talking for a very long time and I had airtime and he was like, hold on, my mom just came in. I was like, oh, I was waiting for mama to go out. It's not like, okay, you want to sleep? I was like, what? Sleep? I said, wait, hey, hold on. Is she? I asked him, I said, babe, what's going on? Can we? He said, you know what, we'll talk later. Mama wants to go to bed. And I okay, you know what? Let me leave her in the room and go to the parlor so that we can continue talk. I was turned off immediately. Kilo Shele. Why is your mother sleeping in your room? Your sister has a bigger bed and has her room too is no, there's enough space for mama to sleep there.
Exactly.
That's
That's
a
even
question
weird.
mark.
Why is she sleeping
The
with the
sister
son?
is there. Oh no, no,
The
no. You
sister's
go
there.
after me.
Come on, it's
Yes, the
given
sister
weird.
is
Don't
there.
play,
It's not
Braben.
like she's
Braben, don't
going
do
to be
brotherhood.
lonely. She's not going to be lonely in her
No.
daughter's room.
I shouldn't
She
do
no,
brotherhood.
absolutely not.
No, sir.
Why?
No.
So I asked
No.
him. I asked him. I said, "Is Mama okay? Hope she's not ill or anything." He said, "No, we do sleep together. I died, and I came back to life.
See,
I
listen,
died. I came back to life.
Simbi, let me just
My
clear
brother."
something here.
Okay.
Let us not insinuate anything.
No,
Wow,
let's
brother Ben.
insinuate.
Wow. Wow, brother Ben.
No,
No, you don't understand what we're saying. We're
mom.
not insinuating that something is going on between them. That's not what we are saying.
We said
We
it's
are saying
inappropriate
that
bound. It's lack of boundaries.
exactly, because now if this guy gets married, she wants to go into their bedroom and go and sleep. That's the kind of man that will go to your bedroom
Okay,
and go and sleep.
Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben, let me ask you. Let's assume now that I'm married to my ex. Do you know that the at the beginning, what if Mama is having headache or Mama's leg is paining
She'll
her?
come in
Just
between you
like,
guys and come and sleep.
and come and sleep. Yes. And then
Okay,
they will now say this girl has bad attitude though. This one will be wife material. She's not understanding. Hello, I don't
Mm.
want to understand. Because
that
my
is
mom will not do that.
you see, that is why we are treating this topic so that we can learn from it. Now, what if I tell you that the guy in question might not even see this as a problem? Would you agree?
It's a problem for me. It's a problem
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
a problem for it should be a problem for everybody. Generally, it should be a problem for everybody. But do you know that boys we tend to overlook a lot of things when involved our mom? And that's why I always say that as women, we need to have conversation. You need to point something out to us that hey, this thing get us a bill. Then that will bring us back to our senses. Because some things that you can look at and you think that this man should know. Not be all men they know. So to the guy in question now, to him, his fact, he felt that he's showing a lot of respect to his mom for the fact that the mom is sleeping in his bed and you are still a girlfriend, you're not married yet, so he might not really see it as a big bold red flag. But for somebody like you who is exposed, who understand what's going on, and you know your right, your boundary, everything, that act alone already tell you that when red flag, red flag. So but I think conversation can actually resolve stuff like this where you can say,
Uncle Ben, I'm sorry, conversation will not resolve this one because his IQ cannot take what I will tell him. I mean, he's not going to process it well. No matter how nicely I put it, I'm like, why can't you just spend the night alone? Be like, I told you my mom is not feeling fine, and you
I don't
want
know.
me to be away from her. How am I supposed to check her BP or Baba they check him mama BP? Very sweet. I
Yes,
love it.
now he has to
They
take care
have
of his
BP kit.
mom. He
I
has to
don't
take
have
care of
problem with that.
What does sleeping with on his
Sleeping with his
what does a man he has a sister that lives in the house with him. The sister has her own
exactly.
bedroom. The mom can go and sleep with the sister for the simple fact that they're both ladies. Why
Yeah.
The
must
funny
she
thing is,
insist
the
on
sister is not
sleeping
even
on
clingy.
why must she insist on sleeping on the son's bed and the son is okay with it? That's the problem. Even the son, you can leave the bed for your mom and take a blow up bed or take the floor or take a mattress and sleep somewhere. Why must you sleep on the bed with your mom?
Thank
It's
you.
weird. It's got nothing to do with looking at some things that people do with their kids. It's inappropriate. I'm sorry. At 40 years old, my son cannot come and sleep on the bed with me. Why?
See,
Why?
see.
It's that's not nothing about looking after him. It's about boundaries, even respecting your in my culture in Uganda, you can't do that. Even my mom cannot, even my mom with my brother. I've seen like some of my friends, I think it's maybe a West African thing because I see a lot of my friends like from West African countries. I'm not saying Nigerian, but West African countries, they'll be walking around naked with their sons, they'll be in like little tiny wrapper. In Uganda, you don't do that. That's a big no-no. Your mom to be walking around tying a wrapper, walking up and down with it's weird.
yeah.
So I personally don't understand this. So things like that, it's like at a certain level, when the kids are that can understand, it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Even you as a dad, you wouldn't be walking around in a towel with your girl children because you're the dad. You don't. It's inappropriate. It doesn't matter how you look at it. You wouldn't be sleeping on bed with. At their 40 years old, they're sleeping on the bed with you when your wife is in the room next door. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. It's weird.
Yeah, I
To
agree.
me, it's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
No.
right. It's weird, but some people just don't see it like that. That's just the only
They
point.
should see it like that because nobody has told them it's weird.
D-Love said that's kind of weird. It's probably something they did as a child, which is normal, but that should have stopped as a teenager. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. I know some of these things we just have to like point them out. So since we are discussing mother-in-law today and we are rounding up now, I think we might need one more show where we actually, in that next show, then we can start talking about how to tackle each type of mother-in-law if you are facing the problem. What do you think, Sissy? Should we do a show where we actually suggest solutions to each of this type of mother-in-law, how people can
Oh
handle?
yeah, if you're coming in as the like a long-term partner or the wife to be, you have to definitely, we need tips on how to cut some of this. Some of this is learned behavior, and you need to unlearn, make them unlearn that behavior. When you come in, you put your foot down from the beginning. You tussle with the woman, but in the end you'll come up on top. Somebody will come up on top. So
Yeah.
we need the skills to learn. Sorry,
Okay.
I have cold.
Oh, I know. Sorry, my sister. It's everywhere now. So here is the, as we are rounding up now, I'm going to be asking some questions, and I will now take the answers and everything to the next show so that we can actually find solution, because this mother-in-law thing is a big problem in so many African marriages. It's a big deal. So we need to discuss strategies and how people can overcome it. Now, my first question is this. Sissy, would you agree with me that the most common type of mother-in-law that you will find is the first wife mother-in-law? They are usually the most common.
Yeah, definitely. In most cultures, yeah.
In the chat, do you agree? If you
I
agree,
agree, yeah.
the first wife mother-in-law is the most common, just put one in the chat so that we can have a direction, because I think every woman is usually their son's first love. I'm speaking from experience. I love my mom so much. Like, I literally love my mom so much. And even though my mom is late, even now, I still love her yet. You know, so that is how crazy it could be. So every son loves their mom. So that automatically makes their mom a kind of first wife. Now, for those who are matured and those who were lucky to be raised or have a mentor to guide them, they will switch after marriage. After marriage, they will quickly realize that, oh, there has to be boundary. There are some things that me and my mom, we can't do no more. Because if we are doing it now, it's going to be affecting my wife. So at least, thank God, we all agree on that. So for the youth, for the single ladies and men here, please, I need you to pay attention to this, that your mother-in-law might possibly be your husband's first wife before marriage. Now, when you married him and you start seeing the traits of that first wife kind of relationship between them, the first approach is not to start fighting, because it's not easy to detach them. It takes a very long time for a man to realize that what he is doing with his mom, even after he has become a married man, is actually him treating his mom as if she's a rival to his wife. So it takes it takes a while for men to really get out of that mindset. So please, it's not fight. That's why we're having this show. You notice this, then in the next show we'll start talking about things you can do that can make your husband begin to detach himself from the mom. Number 2, the controlling mother-in-law. Is there anyone here who can stand a controlling mother-in-law? Anybody here?
No.
You can cope now. You have advanced education. You can cope.
Me? No, I can't.
Sister Natu is a very gentle, calm auntie. Sister Natu can cope. Controlling mother-in-law. To be honest.
What did you say, Funke? Funke!
So, sister-in-law, you are running away from controlling mother-in-law.
No, the me of before. I can. I really can. Let me tell you why. My grandmother, it's not she's not really like controlling, but she's very nice, she's very demure, but she has extra a little bit of sprinkle of sponge going. Even her children don't want to stay with her. When my grandfather passed, I was the only person that could stay with her. Because now me and her will fight and finish. And we used to eat together. I'll go and bring food. She said, put my own on the separate plate. I said, I'll not put on the separate plate. I said, we'll eat this food, me and you. So like, don't talk, but me and you will eat. You understand? So I to some extent I can, honestly speaking. I have shock absorber for those kind of pressures.
Yeah. You see, thank you, D-Love, for emphasizing that. We just have to be honest with ourselves. D-Love said, I think women should also give moms a break. As a mom boy, I completely understand the bond of a mom's son. My son is literally an angel and I love him so much. Even me, I see this between my wife and my son too. Those two, they know they fight. Even though my son, I never see my son or my wife go after my son like that. It's always pamper, pamper, and both of them treating each other as if sometimes they annoy me, self. Yeah.
Jealousy,
Brother, you are just
jealousy.
jealous. You are just jealous.
My wife will handle my daughters.
You that have you have two side chicks in that house. Please, 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 leave her alone.
Not as well. May they not do their chores. Their mom will be all over them. But Isaac will come back, pull his shoe one place, the bag is other place. Then the man will come. Isaac, I told you put your bag where it's supposed to be. Then she will not
So,
go.
brother, brother, our pastor be saying this thing because they have 3 daughters and 1 son. His mom will always say, Adebayo, I'll beat you, I'll beat you, I'll beat you. And then she'll not beat you. You say, ooh. But the girls, she beat you. So boys and their moms are always like that.
Yeah, honestly. So people should watch out. Mom and their sons, I think their relationship is just on another level, you know. The same happens to dad and daughters too. I think dads are always
Oh, yes.
dads are crazily protective of their daughter. So
Yep.
if you should marry to all this DVD where we they talk, say some man slap. There are some men that if you slap your wife is actually saving your life by not telling his dad. Because there are some papa, if the wife tell the papa, say, dad, he slapped me, he beat me. Some papa go come,
Marriage don't end.
your marriage don't finish with that. So I think it's both ways anyway. And then we talk about the manipulative one. Honestly, I don't know whether Sister Nato and Sissy heard this one. For me personally, this is the type of mother-in-law me I cannot stand. And I think from all
There's
our
no normal human being that can stand them. because you can't please them. Everything that you're
That's
doing,
true.
everything
It's
you're
true.
doing
They're
is
always
wrong.
playing all the sides. They're playing all the sides.
Jesus. This
Everything
one
has to be about them.
exactly. And this type they are even more dangerous because you won't notice that they are the one operating on the ground. They will smile.
That's why when you posted that, and I said that I disagree because sometimes it's the other way. Yes.
They will smile on your face. They will come around and say, hey, my daughter-in-law, hug you, do everything. And at the back, they are telling their son something else.
And those are the type of people I cannot. If I can use the word hate, I hate people that are two-faced.
Have you heard when
Oh my
Africans say
goodness.
snake under green grass?
Oh no. Those type of people, I'd rather people who are direct. If you don't like me, you show it up front. I can tussle with you with that.
Exactly.
I know how to move accordingly. But these ones that will be pretending, they'll be smiling at you, but they'll be talking crap at the background. Then they'll be pretending that they're not the ones. They'll be hiding their hands. No. I don't know how to operate around those people. Stay far away.
I can't stand them. They literally drive me crazy. And when I have friends, or maybe I see some couples having issue, and the mother-in-law is behind the whole thing, and the mother-in-law is showing all those manipulative character, I usually shake it because I know that marriage will struggle. It will struggle because the manipulative ones, they so much manipulate their son or daughter that they won't see. Their sons or daughter won't see what they are doing to their partner. You feel me? If it's the son's, if it is the husband mom, she will be acting in a way that the son will not see her as being manipulative. And then the only thing the son will be saying is that his wife is complaining about his mom. And his mom has nothing to do with this. Why are you always bringing my mom into this conversation? You know, so I can't stand them. Honestly, I can't. And
let me give you an example of those manipulative ones, brother. They will say, "Oh my God, can you hear noise in my background?"
yeah, little by little.
Oh, okay. So they will say, "Oh, you should have done this for your wife. Then when they go out, they will say, I just see that in front of her so that she will not feel bad. But you have to protect your interest because these women, you don't know them. Just be careful. I know she's your wife, but
Yeah.
be careful in front of you. You say, do this for her now. Why are you doing that like that for her? It's not nice. When you go to the corner, say, I have to make her feel good. But
You
don't
see?
feel bad that I said that in front of you. But it's not like that.
Oh, thank you, Ashley. Ashley said, and sometimes their sons believe their mother's word over
Of
their
course,
girlfriend and wife.
because they believe that nobody can love them more than their mother.
And even
My
if
mother,
it's the
she
other
can't
way
lie
around,
to me.
yeah, even if it's the other way around too, if it is the wife's mother that is manipulative, it takes long before the wife will
Yes.
actually see the mom. And what make it worse is that if the husband mom is the one that is being manipulative, the wife will talk. At least the wife will be pointing it out frequently, so the husband will hear it. But if it is the wife's
That's
mom,
if he wants to hear it, too, because he'll be saying that you can't. My mom is not. Wasn't she fighting for you in front of you?
Abby, but if it is the wife mom that is manipulative, and some husband will not talk, that's where wahala dey. Some husband will not just talk,
Yeah.
and they go dey vex for the mama. How they take the anger of what the mama they do, they take and they pepper the daughter for house. So that's why I said I can't stand the manipulative one. They are the one that breaks marriages so fast. Before the couples will realize what's going on, they have done a number in the marriage. And these folks, this judge and jury, God help me. You see, the judge and jury ones, oh Lord Jesus. Have you seen those parents that they never say anything wrong in their children? Watch them. Even besides marriage self, in real life, when they are raising the children, no matter what their kids do, if you come home and report their children to them, they will start defending the kids.
Let
Yes.
me just say, I have one auntie. Since when we're growing up, since when we're little, 5, 6, 7, 8, anytime we hang around my grandfather's house and the cousins, we will always do something wrong. But once it's her kids, you don't let anybody touch them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now everybody has grown up. The kids are all married except one, and she had an accident and she had a stroke. So they went for my mom's birthday, and the daughter-in-laws came from afar. Don't forget that when she had the stroke, she was staying in one of my auntie's house. So now that they came from afar at the birthday, they left her in the room, in the living room by herself. Everybody was outside. So my mom was not upset. Why will you leave your mother-in-law by herself? You have to come and stay with
Imagine.
her. You're not coming outside. And I told my mom that you need to learn to mind your business because her
Imagine.
children have never been wrong.
You
And then
see?
she came to their defense. She said, "No, it's not like that. They're just greeting people." I say, "You see,
Yeah.
you see, her
You see?
children can
Very
never be wrong.
manipulative people. All right.
Never.
It's just that only when the show they sweet. Now that time I need to go to work, and at that time when they get time, that's where you guys are just getting. See Sister Marriott now. I bet Sister Marriott is just getting back home from work. My Olivia too. We have to come back and do the solutions. Let us provide solution. Let's just teach each other how we can handle these mother-in-laws, these various type of mother-in-laws. It's gonna be a very interesting show because a lot of people are in this shoe now. They are dealing with some mother-in-law issue now that it don't press their neck. So maybe if we dialogue, if we talk about it, they can find solution. Now, you see this mother-in-law, this CC and Sister Natu type of mother-in-law, this uninvolved mother-in-law.
With our full chest.
As much as I love and like them, I not to like them too. They know they help.
You know.
When I know they help.
Now you know.
And the worst part, do you know the worst part about this set of mother-in-law? They don't grow old though. Now then they fit kakaraka.
Because they're living life.
I can't stand this mother-in-law. I love them, but I not too like you now.
Because now if we involve ourselves, we will not go say we do too much. We not involve now. I say we don't involve. What do you people want? Haven't you done enough?
You see,
what is it?
Even Sister Mario said number 7 is going to me. You see, bad people. You know, part of why I don't really like the uninvolved mother-in-law that much. They are the type that we want you from beginning. My son, this girl you want to marry, have you checked her out very well? She's what you like, right? You really love her. She's everything you want. Okay. After your marriage, don't come to my house and complain.
Exactly. If you see people they buy if you see people they buy reboot, you said no, na sneakers you want. Race time they wear reboot, you carry sneakers inside and no be you.
Uninvolved mother-in-law, the way they get to me at times, it's not like in the negative way. It's just like so that I just look at them that you just raise your children, finish. You don't let them come. Live your life, man. Live my life. I have them.
Absolutely.
You see,
If you don't listen, like I tell my kids, if you don't listen, you will learn. You will feel. So if you anyone that you want to do as an adult, what's my own? I've raised you the best I can. You will take the journey and the path you want to lead. If you want to pick this crazy person and enter and do life, okay, me, I'll be far. Watching from the distance. When you're ready to come back to your senses, come back to me and let's talk about something. Other than that, I don't involve myself in people's business. And funnily enough, my mom is like that. My mom is very, not that she's not involved, my mom is very active as a grandparent, but she's not somebody that interferes in her children's relationship. If you bring it to her, she'll let you know. If you ask for opinion, she'll give you. If you don't ask, she's not giving unsolicited opinions, and she keeps it moving. My mom is always traveling. My mom is always partying. My mom is always living her best life. And she steps in, now that her grandkids are a bit older, she steps in and out as and when needed. But other than that, she minds her business, and that's how I intend to be. Minding my business.
You know why I'm laughing, I can see my wife do something like this.
That's right.
Exactly.
You know, I swear, I'm gonna play the video to my wife. Maybe she's watching self. My wife can do something like this because from what she has done to me on multiple occasions, if I wanted to do something, mostly business, now where they get while with her with that. If I want to do something and she like, babe, have you thought about this thing you want to do? Do you think this thing will work the way you want to go? And I'll be like, I've done my feasibility study. I've done my research. It's perfect.
Exactly. She'll just be looking at you like, okay, don't come back and cry later. I'll be here.
You see?
I've heard. That's me. I'm bothered. I'll be like, I've heard. Thank you. Good luck. All the best.
May we not marry. May we not marry our equal. That's my situation.
No, you must marry.
The first time I did business in Nigeria, that my wife want me, I know here. I convert dollar money plenty. I go invest them. When the money blow like this, how do you mean? My eye was red. My money.
You couldn't even come and say anything.
No, you can't say now. How is he gonna say?
You can't say anything.
My madam na bad person. Immediately she see that it be like this guy don't hear him. She just say in her kitchen there frying, cooking. I was going back and forth. I can't that the business has collapsed. Popping red. And she's like, babe, how you doing? I fry akara. I tell you, I cannot exchange that woman for anything. That one don't show me pepper. I see her doing the same thing. Now and she like holiday too. So I doubt if she go join the people who go to intervene for son-in-law or something matter. Uninvolved people, very, very nonsensical set of in-laws. You will see them today, they are in Paris, tomorrow they are in London.
That's us. That's gonna be our WhatsApp group.
You people better come and be doing your mungo.
Oh
my God. I don't laugh.
Let me tell you, I have my grand aunts, right? They are very wealthy. And my auntie got married and she moved to America, Minnesota. When she had the baby, I was not asking my auntie, I said, is grandma coming? She said, grandma said she's looking for who will bathe her too.
So now
all her kids are married. The only thing that she does now is just be traveling. She and my grandpa all over the place. She's my mom's auntie.
Even Sharice Olivia say she too now uninvolved. Wicked people everywhere. You know, you guys.
If you see food where get pepper, you say you want chopper, now you go chop the food. No can't say food pepper too much for that food. No. You say you
Uh,
want chop and chop am.
you guys sound like one of my auntie here in Austin. When a baby born like this, she go there do 1 week, she don't run come back. I run through my auntie for for Tana. Auntie, auntie say you they take care of your baby boys. Now auntie say, Ben, you see this my life. She's like 61 now. He said, Ben, you see this my life. This life will remain for me, so nobody can stress it too. You say me, I'm not stressing myself. Oh. I've done 1 week, I've done my best. I'm like, yay. Well, anyway, we're gonna come back and do the final one. Cherish Olivia, Sister Marriott, all the uninvolved mother-in-laws. I will be praying for
Welcome.
you people so that you will change your mind.
God
That is
bless you, sir.
that is wicked. But please don't miss that show because we definitely have to talk about Mosta mother-in-laws. Mosta
And
mother,
the solutions
yes, we definitely
dealing
have
with them.
about them. No, the next show is actually solution. I will leave this thing here the way it is now so that we can actually highlight each one of them and then we'll start discussing the solutions because there are ways to go around each of these mother-in-laws. Each one of them, there are ways to go around them. And the earlier you know how to work your way around them, the better. You'll be surprised. Your solution self go even shock you. Say, oh, if I know, I would have done this thing a long time ago. Because some of them, you don't have to fight them. Some of them, you have no business with them. The only person you have business with is who you are married to. If you get what I'm saying now. So we'll discuss each of the solution. Sister Natu, you guys should
Yes,
give
sir.
us your last word. So, Sister Natu, what's your final take, man? As we round up
My
now.
final take is going to be no carry yourself, go where they no send you. You know, and I just be talk my
Sister
own.
Natu, why are you like this now?
No, I'm just being honest. And honestly speaking, you have to
Sister
understand.
Natu, you are
that even
playing. Give us serious,
no,
serious final.
don't go where they no send you. I will repeat it again. Don't go where they no send you. All of them will like to do too much.
I agree.
And
I
also,
agree.
yeah, and then some people too are like empaths, so they can't help themselves. So you just have to like know your boundaries, know
Mhm,
where you're going. You have to also understand that people have different upbringing. So
mhm,
you might have expectations in your head, and when you get in a place, it's different. I have an
mhm,
amazing relationship with my cousin's wife, all my sister-in-laws. Like, but when I got married, it's not all the same like that. So you have to understand that people are different. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to just take people for face value for who they are, who they show you they are. Don't try to be like, oh, people don't have to like you. Like Chimamanda Adichie told us, like, you don't have to be like, don't make people like you, but you just remain kind. Don't be nice, just be kind. That's it.
yeah.
So, and then person will trouble you. You don't need to trouble and just come out yourself for the equation. Chicken. That's how to start yourself from the headache. No, just to know. No, seriously. No. If you not learn anything, meet us on MOP so that you learn how to manage your emotion.
Abio.
No, the kind of person go anywhere.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh God, this sisters would have funny. Sister Marion said, "I will be traveling, eating, minding my business. Carry your
That's
cross."
right. That's right. That's right.
Baddest mother-in-laws.
My only thing, the only time that you call me or worry if your life is threatened. That's the only time you call me.
Sister Natu, una won't
Sir.
become Gen Z mother-in-laws.
That's us. That's gonna be us. With our full chest.
Oh my God. Oh, thank you, Sister Natu. God bless
Other
you.
boss, sir.
I
Yes,
appreciate your time. My sister, Madam Soft Life.
Absolutely.
May God forgive you, Sissy. So, Sissy, what's your final this show?
Okay, I'll give you a quick one. I'm having cold. My nose is so congested. What I'll say is, if you're a mother-in-law or a parent, an in-law, should I say, be confident in your parenting that you've given your child. Now that they're grown, be confident in the skills, the abilities, the way that you've guided them through their upbringing, and be confident that they are okay. They're able to make their own decisions. If you have to constantly interfere in their relationship, constantly have to be over them, constantly have to be coming and poking your nose where it's not wanted. It's a reflection of your parenting on them, that you parented them poorly. Because as an adult, you should be confident that your children, you should be able to let them go out into the real world and they should be able to fend by themselves. That's what your job is as a parent. So if you're somebody who feels that you constantly have to be involved in your children's life, you need to take a step back and look at yourself and see that, you know what, maybe I didn't do such a good job. But now that you are a grandparent, try and step back and allow those boundaries to be put in place and abide by them, you know?
Absolutely.
So I think that would be my take. But definitely be kind and just learn to mind your business. Be involved when you're asked. Don't always offer opinions. And sometimes maybe you're not the best person to consult or to advise. Maybe signpost them to the right place, whether it's counseling, whether it's a pastor that's a neutral person. Sometimes take yourself out of the equation because it allows you to be more of a neutral person for your stepchild, for your daughter-in-law, your son-in-law, and as well for your son and your daughter if you're in that mix. Yeah.
Thank you, Cece. Thank you
You're welcome.
Always showing help us break it down. The soft life madam. The uninvolved mother-in-law. Thank you, Cece. God bless you, my sister. All right, Simbi, what's your final take so that I can close and round up now? Simbi, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, what's your final take, Simbi?
Yeah, I'm going to say that mothers should, let me talk about us. Children should learn to establish that healthy boundary.
Yeah.
Like I said before, school your parents. Let them know, just let them know that, okay, mommy, you can't do this. I'm married now. Just literally school them. Let them know.
Right.
And I kind of feel like you should do that before you get married so that they don't start thinking that the woman you're about to marry or the woman you married is the reason why you're acting like that, or the man you married is the reason why you're acting like that. So school your parents.
Absolutely.
Helps.
Thank you, my dear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. This has been another amazing show. I'm not taking this for granted. I actually did a pre-show video on this topic. So for those who would like to watch and also support the channel, I'm going to share the link. You can click it and watch it. That way, when we come back to handle the part 2 of this show, it will be easier for you to easily know what we're talking about. I identify and describe the 10 types of mother-in-laws. It's in the video I'm sharing in the comment right now. So I identify and I describe the 10 types of mother-in-laws. And here we actually shed more light. So in the next show, we are going to be discussing solutions to mother-in-law troubles. So thank you everybody for joining us. Again, happy birthday to Uncle Patrick and happy wedding anniversary to Uncle Patrick. Shout out to everybody in the chat. My own sister Adana, Cherish Olivia, Sanusi, Sister Marriott. Shout out to everybody. And where's my buddy Seth? All of them don't go. Joseph. Thank you, Joseph. Pira. And of course, Sister D Love, my own NW. Thank you very, very much. Juliet, I badu you. Aderonke, thank you for showing up. And of course, my own Chichi baby, all the way from Nigeria. That's a nice one. Thank you, Adana. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, please don't do what I will not do. Okay? Don't shayo. Don't go and look at another man's husband.